Oh, that's a stream live, but there we go. Good evening, everybody. My name is Osa. I am in the middle of nowhere. Okay, fun. Oh, that needs to go back. Anyway, let us start off with list of trains. Yay. Let's go see this one. Oh, let's get the passenger train running. Okay, so my name is Osa. We are playing Railroader. We don't have a lot of cash. It's 6:07 in the morning and we need to get trains moving. So let's get to that. I might... No. Where's the train not going? That would have something to do with it. Okay, brakes are off. Oh, okay. Well, it is what it is. So, we finished last night with a lot of money. We sold the 10-wheeler and we bought ourselves a new heavy mogul. G26, I think. G25 mogul. So that's a little bit more capable than all the trains we've got at the moment. And that should work out okay for us, I think. It'll get us past Bryson onto Junction, Alaka Junction. It won't really give us much beyond that though. So this locomotive needs some sorting out. Reverse that into here. I'm going to stick it on AI. Road, reverse. Yeah, 15's good. Okay. Our other mogul is right here. Release the brakes on this one, and I want to get log trains moving right now. So that's done, that's done, that's done, and yeah, road forward 20. So our new locomotive is way at the back, actually, not far at the back. So we don't have a lot going on here. We've got 2.8 coal, 1250 water. I need to get this lot sorted out first. And then once we've done that, I'll go refuel and we'll just get everything set up to depart. But as I said, okay, yeah, you can go. We really want to get the lumber trains moving so that we can keep the lumber mills or the sawmill supplied. We have a lot of pickups. Obviously everything at the bottom is local here. Then we've got everything between Whittier and Bryson to bring back. There may be more later today. I may not bring anything back until late today. How's the number 2 is slowing down. Okay. Switch that way. Doing that just stops the train running off when I'm not watching it. So, yeah, yard forward 20 go. And sure what the deal with that is. Getting close. I believe I've only got one brake on here. That's interesting. Maybe I don't have any. I didn't put any brakes on. Well, that was silly. Anyway, yard, AI road, reverse. Just go 20. Okay, number 2 is ready on the turnaround. So typically what I would normally do is fill up with water there, but since we look like we could use some coal, I am going to bring this out and we'll do the whole refueling lark. So I need that switched, and that switched, and straight in there. Okay, you're good. Headlight off, headlight front dim, headlight front full. Let's do that thing. So if I'm lucky, I'm going to have brought back the logs before we get too far into anything. I shouldn't really stop the passenger cars on the crossing, so I didn't. No, forwards go. Switch the yard there. No, that's too many brakes. Too many brakes. Keep going. Gotcha. And when we get down to a Larker junction, there's a, I am going to open up the Y by the signals and the water tower as soon as we've got this opened, because that way I'll be able to stick with my general rule of trains go frontwards when they're pulling passenger trains. Freight trains at the moment I'm not too fussed about running in reverse, but we will, that may change when we get the really big locomotives. At the moment we're running moguls. They're fairly small, even the new one, fairly small. It's not too big of a deal. Probably shouldn't do that until the train's under it. Anyway, let's get this one loaded. So I think we get about 6 tons of coal in this, so that's good. It must be one of the earliest pulls we've had from here. We are going to have to think about buying ourselves a coal car for here. I think for the most part I'm not having too many troubles with maintenance supplies, and that's mostly because we're not breaking stuff, at least not too much. CL3 switch against, really? Where are you? Oh, you're there. I didn't send you yet. Well, bump that up to 25. Okay. Well, he might not be back when I want him to be back. Oh, that's full already. Dang. And eventually we will want a repair parts and maintenance supply car here. But right now, as I said, we're not doing a significant amount of damage to anything. I'm sure that'll change once we've done about 2,500 miles and we start getting to the point where equipment needs serviced. We're doing okay, keeping everything lubricated as best we can. Get this coupled up, as I say. I think we did set up selected passengers, copied to one. I don't remember if I copied it to the second car, but that's all done now. Okay, so you are good. AI road, turn the handbrake off. You're all set. Forwards. 30 miles an hour. And we will check the switches. So that switch is against us. Switch is good, that switch is good. I could do this from the control tower. I think... Right, so that's clear through to Whittier. Let us go back to, I guess, this one. Our new train, let's see how this looks. We don't have brakes on it. It's not working properly, so how am I going to sort this? Well, it looks like for the most part everything is good. Whittier Sawmill, we've got a few dozen cars there, and Stencil manufacturer. Those two are there. Okay. I can do this. It's just that we're sorting it from the wrong end. Fix that up. We'll take the brakes off the front. Release handbrake. Release handbrake. And push it out. And this is a really light train, 467 tons, and that includes the locomotive, so not a big deal there. So, I want, go with those at the front, no. I want the wood chip cars at the back when we sort these. So, yeah, fixing it from this end, not the easiest thing. What I might end up having to do is to run all the way down to that end of the the yard to get this figured. First things first, we will get the C2 cars loaded here. This is just all wrong. I can't think of an easier way to do. Well, I can think of an easier way to do this, at least for the moment. Yeah, we're gonna get crazy. That's the Sawmill car. That needs to go that way, and that way. Alrighty. Let's see how well I do this one. Undo the brake. Do that brake. Go. That has just been thrown at 8 miles an hour. Hopefully it has the momentum. Now throw that, and I'm gonna push that forward 20. So if this ends up clearing the end here, I'm gonna have a lot of cars set for Sawmill, which is kind of what I want. Any more at the front? Yeah, there are more at the front. That's annoying. 3 at the front. But I should be able to sort these now, so I get 5 cars in that spur. You still going? Or are you going to stop? How's that doing? Still rolling. Now if it rolls past this switch, I'll be able to push in behind it. If it doesn't roll past the switch, then I'm going to have to go all the way back and forwards again. But it is losing a lot of momentum. So, nope. You're clear. I'm not sure this is going to work. I do. And I've just noticed our logging train has got to where it needs to be. Going to need to reverse that. Now, I did push this off at 8 miles an hour, but obviously it has slowed down quite significantly. We're catching it at 4. And there you go. Lace that up, go forwards 10. Okay, let's go check on number 3. He's done his thing. Apply the handbrake. Actually, I'm going to switch that straight. So we can't go back past that point. And see soon as it gets past there, throw it into forwards, and you go. So I might get some more of these smaller moguls, just as general dogs' bodies. Base one at Brighton, one at Whittier. Possibly get a dedicated passenger locomotive rather than running a mogul on the passengers. Okay, he's off. 10. You are there, we're all set. So, now, still all set. Oh, how's about we tie things up, and you're tied up. You really tied up? Yes, yes, you are. What's that? Oh, hang on. Don't want to go back too far. I'm going to override that backup instruction. Close enough. Okay, now we reverse. So I just want the sawmill stuff in this track. And oh, that's actually good. Hey, I've got everything set the right way. That makes a change. You're good there. And stencil. So stick the brake on there. Disconnect that. Back up another 10-ish. So stencil and stencil go together. We've got Appalachian Hardwoods, Ela Farm Supply, and then 3 more for the sawmill. So this is going to be fairly easy, I think. Somewhat fairly easy. Come on, where's my switch? There. Forward 20, go. Anyone else having problems? Why are you having problems? Oh, because you're already here. Dang, that didn't take long. So, number 3. Yard 5. And this is all ready to go. Potential we could override the brakes here if I'm not careful. At least that used to be the case. I'm not sure it's the case anymore, but I think I've said in the past I've had instances of finding these log cars at the Y at the bottom of the hill. So I just put lots and lots of brakes on and hope for the best. Okay, L1. I did switch these, didn't I? I switched that one. Okay, that's good enough. Back to number 10. Number 10 is stuck because I didn't do that one. Go for 10. Be able to pull back 10 here. again, might override it, but back up 10. Now I'm getting all of these off this line because we are due another delivery later on this morning. I already scheduled that. Whittier interchange, extra service scheduled for 8:35. So in about 2 hours and 3 minutes, we're going to end up with another supply of stuff here. You've gone too far. Push forward 2. 2 should put that card there, which is just past the switch. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I think you're good. Five? Yeah, 5 probably. And that's fine. Okay, so I'm now at a point where we are kind of short for locomotives. No, you can keep going back. I think what I might do is arrange for all of these to get picked up. How's that looking? How are you looking? 20.7, you're the same as that, 40. So we're going to have to mess around here, but I've got to get all of these cars out in order to make room for more cars coming in. And I'm at the wrong end. Well, maybe not. Actually, oh, I'm already on that locomotive, aren't I? Switch that. I don't have to go forward. 10 will be fine. Number 3 is slowed down. Number 2 is a healer. But as I said, we've still got 2 hours. These are at the back. That's good. Race that up. Undo the brake. Use the handbrake. And go forwards 10. So how many Whittier cars have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 9 might fit in there. I always forget. But we've got to wait until the logging train gets here. It's not here yet. It's coming down the end. I could do some shuffling down here, I guess. 7 will fit. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 will fit in there. Doesn't matter what sequence these are all in when we get down to the yard. So let's go get those 2 and that 1. Ooh. No, that's fine. Yes, that's absolutely fine. But I've got to wait until the log train gets here. How you doing? Looks like you've coupled up. Back 3. 1, 2, 3 there. Connect the glag pans. Release the brake and go forwards 20. Now, probably, well, okay, it's hit or miss. We might actually make it to the the fueling point. Hi, Compass Rose 20. We have a new mogul. This thing here, a little bit bigger than the old one. And this is going to be predominantly our works train. So, where is it? Equipment. We now have two G16s and a G25. We sold the 10-wheeler yesterday. And I'm kind of partial to moguls, which is kind of interesting because in my younger days, most of the locomotives I had an affinity with were 10-wheelers. But British and Great Western Railway, they didn't make anything. Well, they made a couple of consolidations, but the majority of their general traffic and express trains were 10-wheelers, which was quite rare for the UK. Normally passenger express trains were hauled by Pacifics. But I discovered moguls. Moguls are good. Moguls are fun. And these are fairly capable. Obviously I can't afford much expensive at the moment. You are slowing down. So towards 20. Oh, and you're in the way. Also using this spur. Bit of a hill there, and the smaller moguls do have a struggle. The first, okay, so the first consolidation, this is, it's not the greatest. Doesn't have much water, doesn't have much coal. You compare it with this. They're about the same. The consolidations you really want to be looking at are this one and this one, but 20,000, so can't afford that at the moment. I did want to look and see how much that costs. 14. So yeah, moguls are good utility locomotives, so I'm perfectly happy running those at the moment. Back to number 10. So this one, because it's new, we're gonna need to refuel it. And also, I mean, comparing the stats on them, I'm not seeing anything wrong with this, the bigger of the two large 10-wheelers. So that was a consideration if I couldn't afford the mogul. I'm not totally averse to the larger 10-wheeler. The smaller one I didn't see much benefit, again because you look at the big downside of this one. It's got a little bit more haulage, but it's 3 tons of coal, 3,400 gallons of water. This one is 5 tons of coal, 4,200 gallons of water, and when you compare it to this, you're talking 11.5. But this is a new one, and it's got 12 tons of coal, 5,000. So it's not as what's the word for it? It doesn't have the same problem as the smaller locomotives do with fuel supplies. The other thing I was thinking was, where's the American? I could go with this as the permanent passenger train. It's 9,000, it frees up one of my small G16s, which I wouldn't be against. Okay, this is where we're going to have issues. Starting to use a lot of coal from that car. And I think it's a 24-hour turnaround, so I really don't want to be left with no coal here. shouldn't be too bad. This locomotive does have a lot of fuel, so I will be happy not refueling this first thing in the morning and doing a run down to Bryson and then refueling. How are we doing? 6:42. How's the passenger train doing? Running. Oops. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Okay. So that's there. Why aren't I going forwards? Because I'm pushing the wrong button. Okay, gonna stick the handbrakes on here. I'm going to stick the handbrakes on here when I figure out where they are. Apply to. I'm going to bring that up to here. So this locomotive I'm actually going to send off to Bryson and Ela and all the places. It's going to be in my little local delivery locomotive. Okay, brakes on. Okay, back to number 10. How are we doing? Oh, so slow. Right, yeah, I did the same thing. I've been playing for a very long, very early on I got into this game. I made mistakes, but I did okay, I think, in general. But I decided to do a restart, and I decided to stream it. But, I mean, we're only on day 7. And I had the Bryson run unlocked by, I think, day 3. Day 1 I ordered the parts for the Ela bridge. I think I ordered an emergency delivery of those. So we got the Ela parts out on day 1. I didn't take any contracts on day 1. That was... I didn't take any contracts on day 1. Day 2, I took tier 3 contracts on everything I could get to, which then means I don't get any contracts till day 3. So I had no income except the passenger income. Is that full or is there more? There's more. I think it's 12 tons, isn't it? Mogul, 12 tons, 11 tons. Okay. Now... the other option, I could look at that one. I've never driven that one. Medium passenger length. That could form my big heavy freight. I don't do 210Os very frequently. Oh, it's going to be a while for this to fill out. Okay, Swain County is where Bryson and all the other places really exist in the real world. This is based on the line between what's down there, Silver and Andrews. Bryson, Whittier, Alaka, I believe, are all in Swain County, North Carolina. So we are the Swain County Railroad in North Carolina, serving cities found within Swain County. Okay, that's full. Now we can get this moved. Oh, train stopped at Bryson? Whittier, sorry. Yes. So yeah, at midnight I did not have enough money to order the works train for the Whittier bridge, and thus I had to put in an emergency order for that, which is why it's not arriving for another hour and 45 minutes. Okay, I should go check on the Bryson train, the Whittier train even. I do believe that's set, and I should have a fusee just by the road. Okay, I don't have to worry about that now. Actually, alright, it's on a speed restriction because it's on a speed restriction. Now, I need to pull, I'm going to pull this, oops, that's, leaving the throttle open and the brakes on, not a good idea, it burns up all your fuel. And I've had a few things. I tend to do a lot of research. My main stream is Farming Simulator. So when I'm setting up a new farm, what I tend to do is look at what is the agriculture of the area that the map I'm playing on is supposed to be based at. And then I go from there. Okay, number 3, AI Road, backwards, 15. How are you doing for fuel? You are doing acceptably okay for fuel. And I want you to head over there. Now, how are you looking? Okay, you're in a... This guy's in the way, so I'm going to have to get this guy out and back. Well, no. We've got to do the passenger train first. I can get that all set up though. He's got to go to Stenzel. Stenzel's at the back. And SCR2 is here. I have one car to pick up from there. Oh, that's awkward. I'll just do it as it comes, I think. That's got to get picked up. Awkward. Hang. This is a thing. Oh. Okay, I've got some ideas for this, and it involves stopping the train about here. Okay, he's now departing Whittier. Number 10's okay. Number 2, number 3. That's what we were doing. You need to yard reverse 5. So this has Stenzel at the back, Appalachian Hardwoods in the middle, Ela Farm Supply at the front. Might not stop at Ela on the way out. Okay, release handbrake. Let us AI road forwards, 10 miles an hour. Okay, let's deal with the passenger train. So yeah, I might not be totally realistic with many other games I play, but I try to be somewhat realistic. Farming Simulator's kind of fun. I actually started playing that because of a World of Warships player whose streams I used to watch. He picked up Farming Simulator 17 and said this seems to be a lot of fun, and then I think he played one one video and then never did any more. So it was like, oh, okay then. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. Inspect, passengers, all the places. Copy to secondary. Okay, here comes the freight train. And I'm going to stop the freight train there for a moment. But yeah, I liked the look of Farming Simulator. That was one of the things with I saw Farming Simulator when it first came out and thought, oh my goodness, that looks really boring. And really didn't bother with it. So it was, as I said, it wasn't until Farming Simulator 17 that I actually figured, actually this doesn't look like a bad game. And so I bought it, had loads of fun, played like 2,000 hours of Farm Sim 17, another couple of thousand hours in 19, and I'm now on 22. Yes, if you set, okay. So AI has two settings. Road is run until you come across something. Yard is, yard is a little bit more nuanced. So in yard mode, I'm going to set it to yard. I want it to reverse, and I want it to reverse up to there. And I'm going to guess it's 5 cars away. So I do that. I'm going to release that. What happened to my freight train? Oh, so yeah, my freight train's come down here, and it said, oh, there's an obstacle, I've got to stop. That was stupid on me. Orders, reverse, 10 miles an hour. Let's go check on the passenger. Now it gets busy. So passenger train should have connected up there. Yes. Connect up the glad hands. Shift and click will open the whatever they're called, these things, the tabs. So angle cock's closed. If you shift and click, then it will open them when it connects them. So this train here, I want it to go AI road forwards. We'll send it 30 miles an hour, and it's clear for the thing. And we need to jump over to this guy quickly because he has gone way too far forwards. Okay, let's close off the log loop. And let's pick up the fuse over here. I think I already did that. Yes, I did that. And you are clear through to there. So yeah, the game originally came out, this AI, you had to stick a fuse down to stop it at the stations. Now, if you've got passenger cars, it will stop at every station that a passenger car is selected to stop at. 10 miles an hour, let's go 20. Okay, number 3's on its way, let's go deal with number 10. This is the really busy time of the day. Number 10's in manual mode, we'll go forwards. I've got mine set to a 5-minute wait, so passenger train will wait for 5 minutes and then go. Yes, okay. I did have an idea here. Apply the handbrake. Fortunately, these cars are all empty, so there's no weight there. Move this back over here. I think we can stop following it. Okay, next. So again, I'm just going to say AI yard, and that's all set there. Go 20. Number 2 is stopped at the station, should be loading up passengers. Good. Number 3. Oh, here's a little ways out. Now, how am I going to do this? I know. What are you doing? You're slowing down for the alternate, diverging approach. And you're going to stop there. That's good. Okay. Go back to number 10 for a minute. Connect land hands. Trail car is the one that's got the brake on, back up. So yeah, if I go back road 20, it's going to go all the way back until it sees something in the way, which is going to be that stop back there. I'm going to stop it before it gets too far down there though. Z key. Okay, SCR10. Set that to 0. So now if I switch that one that way, okay, you got Farming Simulator 22. Yeah, as I said, it's a fun game. It just takes a little bit to get into it, and sometimes it helps to watch someone who knows what they're doing. Unfortunately, there are some people. Well, there's some people who play with a lot of mods that just allows them to, you know, do things faster than you're supposed to, or unrealistic volumes in your trucks and stuff like that. So now this, okay, so this train now sees that car over there and it's worried about it, and because it's in road mode, it won't approach it. It stops well short. If I then said, hey, let's go AI yard mode, 5 cars, it stopped about 5 cars short. That would connect it up. I don't really care about that now. I'm going to do that, and I am going to do that, shift and click on that. So we're going to take this back about 10 cars. So this car here needs to go back in that spur up, that spur over there. But because it's almost, you know, it's over 50% full, I want it furthest out from, so that if it fills up, we can just go in and collect it, bring it out. We don't have to do the funky shuffle that we're about to do now. Okay, passenger trains leaving. Click on that. We go forwards. We go 5 cars. I came back 10. Yeah, this is less than 5 cars away. So connect to this, we'll put that handbrake on, take that handbrake off, and shift and click releases. So shift and click on this bit releases the knuckle, and also closes off the angle cocks, so that when I back off, that's just going to pull apart. Bop. No air escapes, no brakes. I did not connect that one up though. I should do that in a minute. And 0. You want to go that way, you want to go that way. And let's lace these up before we go in. So again, at this point I'm just going to go road, forwards, 20 miles an hour, go. What is 3 doing? Oh, that's the problem. Numbskull, okay. 3's now going to go where I want him to go. So now these are all going to push in there and just end up right at the end of the track. I don't know much about, I don't know a lot about the locomotives on this. My knowledge is general railroad history and interest, but predominantly Great Western Railway in the UK. So generally around 1920s, 1930s. But I do know a little bit outside of that time frame. Okay, you need to turn on, you need to do that, and now we can back you up. So as you see, that approaches the end, but we're good, and everything is in the service area now. We're going to pick up those 2 cars and put them on this line here. They should all fit, I hope. Don't know if I can get them all out in one block though. Forwards. Yeah, yard. 10. Now I've guessed 10, that's way more than 10. I'm going to tell it 20. 20 is just go for 20, or that's true. Right, yeah, this game falls a little bit past my main area of expertise, knowledge. Which is funny, because, hey, I was born in the 1960s, so make of that as what you will. Although I do have some interest in first generation diesels. For this, I'm generally, all I'm doing is I put the handbrakes on. And yeah, what you've got to consider is from the 1920s, 1930s, probably 90% of the freight cars were unfitted. They just had handbrakes. So that's why I generally go with handbrakes and not with bottled air. And sorry. You connect there, you unclip there. And even sort of 1950s, 1940s, 1950s UK, that some cars had were fitted brakes, the vast majority was still loose. They just had handbrakes, that was it. When you ran a caboose, your caboose would have 3 lights on it. One centre pointing rearwards was red to indicate to people approaching from behind that the train there was a train in front of them, and they were going too fast. But the 2 side lights were positioned pointing forward so that the driver and fireman could stick their heads out the window, look back, and figure out if the back of the train was still there. Because if it wasn't, that was probably a bad thing. So yeah, I mean, this unit here, everything's empty. I could shunt that loose and wouldn't think anything of it. What are you waiting for? So 10. Yeah, go forwards. There you go. He's going. Number 3's ready for us, so we could jump over to him. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is foul the main line, which technically should be a no-no. And SCR3, that is SCR3. Take that up. I'll switch that. Actually, we'll put another fuse. Whoops, there. That's fun. Now, where is the Ela car? Oh, the Ela car is in the back here. That's there. Yeah, I also tend to play this game dispensing with use of the caboose. Although once we get down to the place down the way, Silver, I might actually get a caboose and run it for main freight service from Silver to Bryson. You see, the other advantage, the other thing we had in the UK was first generation diesel. Oh, the first generation diesels were atrocious. The British government took over from the 4 major railroad companies of the time and basically said, we're going to run everything, and they then came up with this modernisation plan. We need to replace all the steam engines with diesels. It was government sort of, we would like type of thing. It wasn't, any engineer designing anything or anything or stuff like that. And so part of the problem they had was the government just turned around and said, hey, who wants to build us steam engines? And so a bunch of companies just said, who wants to build us diesel? So a bunch of companies just, there were marine companies, there were just everybody just got into the, hey, let's build a train lark. And there were examples of British rail trains trying to kill their drivers and crews by bursting into flames at inopportune moments. They had issues where some of them just didn't work properly. They didn't do what they'd been asked to do, and it was a royal mess of a thing. Now, not every locomotive was bad. There were some really good locomotives that ran for 50-60 years before they were retired, but there were many that just sucked. So yes, pass signal, go. So we had diesel multiple units, and diesel multiple units were quite successful. And I've ridden on many a diesel multiple unit. One of the reasons diesel multiple units were so good, they had very low power engines, so 350 horsepower on a passenger car. But every single passenger car had an engine, which meant you could run a 3-car DMU, a 4-car DMU, and it really didn't matter. Come on, roll. Am I going to have to push you? Brakes are bled. That's released. I'm going to have to push it again. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that switched right, that switched right. Fine. I keep having this problem. That's open, that's off. There is no air in the pipe. Oh, there we go. Don't hit the knuckle, hit the car. That's not going to roll down the hill nicely, so I'm happy with that. We'll get off the tracks, get back in the train, and we'll pull that back up. So yeah, diesel multiple units were one of the successful things that came out of British Railways, but a lot of the diesel locomotives, some of them, it was partly a case of British Rail were trying to replace all of their steam locomotives, and so they were looking for direct corresponding replacements. So they wanted small light locomotives, they wanted heavier haulers, and they were entering into an era where the small local freights were moving onto the roads. And so most of their Class 1, Class 2 diesels just didn't have a job to do anymore. And so the lifespan of those vehicles was incredibly short, just because the job what we bought, the job we had designed for you just wasn't there. They kept a couple of Class 2s for maintenance trains. So, haul a bunch of ballast cars out to track with a carriage on the back, with the workmen in, they'd get out, they'd repair the track. Class 2s were really good for that. You didn't want to waste a heavier Class 4 locomotive. Just complete waste of power there. But mostly they just kept with the Class 4s by the end. There are a couple of heavy Class 3s. Do you have a few favourite? I'm not well versed with, where are you going? With US railroad companies. I live in mid-Michigan, and there were a ton of railroads in the area. You can go to some of the towns you can go to, you can see the old infrastructure is where it used to be, not necessarily, you know, there's no tracks or anything there anymore, but it is, you know, okay, you need your brakes on, and oh, you didn't connect. I don't care. We're good. Reverse yard 5. And the area where my wife lives, there used to be a railroad line that ran behind her dad's video store. That's gone. That's a cycle track now. But I do find it interesting going places and seeing what is obviously, there used to be a rail line here, but it's gone. I mean, I know that, yeah, Americans built some of the biggest locomotives and they're all very impressive. I've been down to the Henry Ford Museum in Detroit, and they've still got a bunch of old locomotives there. They've got their little show track where some of their functioning locomotives get to run, ridden behind one of those. But generally, when it comes to being up close and personal with trains, I've actually ridden in the cab of some British locomotives many years ago when I was very small. It's a really nice museum. We were lucky. I've got a couple of friends who were lecturers at the University of Michigan, and they have lifetime memberships to the Henry Ford Museum, so they got us in for dirt cheap, which was nice. Because they can go anytime they like, and they can take friends at a vastly discounted rate. Oops. Do that. How are we looking? That's fine. Go forwards. Let's go back to number 3. What are you doing? And you're right where I want you. Okay. Brakes. And yeah, with this one, we just about cleared there. That's ready for when we come back. I did not disconnect. There you go. Okay. I don't know how far I'm going to get here, so that's set against me. That's fine. Okay. I also take a little bit of a what's the word for it? A lesson from some of the British railroad practices. So, for example, they didn't like you fouling the line. So, oh, okay. Well, yeah, sure. You take care. Okay. Yeah, you take care. I stream irregularly on the weekdays, so yeah, I might be here, I might not be here. It's a semi-common thing at the moment. It's that one. And that's that one. So yeah, for everybody else who may be watching on YouTube or still around, this siding and this siding are what's known as trailing sidings. This is a I can't remember what the correct term for it is, but basically you would pick up and drop off here and here when heading that way, and you would pick up on the way back from these sidings. So I don't really want to take this car all the way down to Bryson, so I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it there and pick it up on the way home. This one, however, I'm not going to faff around trying to get the car over there, so I'm going to take this with me. And the same with the Ela car. I'm not going to drop that off on the way out because it's a facing siding. I think it's facing. So it involves having to do a run round to get the car on the right side of the locomotive. And that's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. So what we're going to do here is we'll run back, we'll pick that one up, and then I'm just going to run through all the way to Bryson. How's the time? It's 7:30. This was the train that was on the lumber. Okay. I'm good with that. So as I said, I'd like to get another smallish locomotive, possibly passenger, and we can run a dedicated locomotive on the passenger service. And that's clear. I'm going to get him out. $102 for passengers to Bryson. Hey, we've actually got a decent amount of money now. Not bad considering. I think we started the day with 240. How's my stuff? So we've got things. That's fine. Turn that off. So he's clear. Let's go look at the train at Bryson. So I'm going to have to deal with this one at some point. And that's set for the loop around, so that's good. We've got to pick up that one. We've got to pick up that one. I'm going to check here. Those are all checked off, so yep. First thing in the morning, I'll come to each of the depot windows, just check what freight's there, because any freight at this depot is freight to go back to East Whittier. So I'm interested in picking all of those things up. I'm fine with you doing your thing. Let's go back to here now. So what are you doing? You are... Oh, you just parked all those there and I got paid. I like that. We got paid. Yay. Let's take that off. And we'll go back to yard mode. Back off about... yeah, we'll go 10. Probably only need to go 5, but we will go 10. Now, I don't think all of these are going to fit in that spur there. So now that we've done what we've done, set that to 0. Go forward 5. We'll pick up just these 3s. We'll push them into that spur. Then we'll pick up the rest and push it up the hill. I don't know how well we're going to do with that. Meanwhile, down here, East Whittier is empty. So if I can get all these in position before 8:30, they will be picked up. And we should, I think, just have the works train. If we have more than the works train, I'm going to have to do a little bit of sorting. We'll drop off anything that's not part of the works train, and then we'll head out to Bryson. And as I said, this locomotive, much bigger than, well, about twice the power almost of the other two. So it's not going to struggle quite so much with the weight of the works train. Oops. Okay, forwards 10 go. So passenger trains departing Brighton. SCR3 is running. I'm good. Clear for 8. I'm going to set that clear for 5. As I said earlier, this is horrible, but this is the heavy mogul, so hopefully we shouldn't have any problem getting an overloaded. You can stop. Yeah, you have my permission. No, apply the handbrake. The handbrake doesn't turn on that. Okay, good to know. Back up. So yeah, big mogul should be able to push 11 cars out of here. 10 cars. 3, 2, yeah, 10 cars out. The smaller locomotives, the starter 10-wheeler, they do struggle. Forward 10 cars go. Okay, well that was a fairly painless stint at the sawmill. All things considered. Now if I push it up to tier 4 or tier 5, it does get very, very hectic. Can't go to tier 5 yet. I can go to tier 4. Tier 4, I got 10 of these cars. I don't know how many of those cars, probably maximum 3. But you need to supply lots of logs. 15 cars a day. We've got 16 logs total here. Oh, you didn't make it. Go. Go half. How's that train doing? That's only half empty, so I'm good with that. Okay, reverse road. 15 miles an hour, go. SCR2 is done. So yeah, these spurs are just long enough for the train, actually more than long enough for the train. And we'll reverse that back at 20. I don't know if this is set for the, yeah, that's set for the loop. And I'm going to put a fusee there. 10's moving, 3's moving, 2's moving. Kind of want to get 2 ready for on the departure line, but I'm not going to. Let's set up all the things and copy that. Okay, not going to run the train out yet. This is just get it turned around, get it all positioned. We've got a lot of freight coming down the tracks, so I want to let the freights get to Bryson before we do anything. So as soon as this is done, we're going to go and deal with the Bryson East switch settings. You can go forwards, and this is going to run down to here and stop because switch is set against it. Now I have a freight train inbound, which is going to come in there. And it's on warning. I want it to go in there. And in there, and just come to this track here. I'm good with that. I'm going to throw that at the end so it doesn't go any further. I want to check these two. Okay, that's not set clear. That's clear. That's clear. Those are all clear. Okay. And as soon as number 2 stops here, stop. There we go. Stick it on manual. Blah blah blah. Let's put the brakes on. Okay, you're good. I'm happy with that. You're stuck at the end of the tracks, so you should be clear to leave. Now, there's room for 1, maybe 2 cars. There's 3 there, so I was right. We'd never have made it. Forwards. Sorry, AI 10, go. All set, clear out. I could set that way, then it won't run away if I forget about it. Possibly a good plan. Let's go check here as well. So we got you set to come in here, and stop before you hit that switch. Also good. 10 is there, and the last 3 cars. Okay, this entire train is now full. 751 tons, yeah. Smaller mogul would have issues with this. Let's see how she does. Nope, that's me, that's the train. Go, go. So in general, this locomotive should be good for about 1,000, 1,200 tons, so long as it's not a steep grade, which is enough for the works train through the West Bryson area. Alaka Junction is going to give us 2,000 ton trains, and this locomotive will not do that. That's fine. I'm not intending for it to. We are going to need to buy something a tad heavier. However, it's 46,000. That's a lot. We could also look at the logging Mikado. I don't know how that, as I said, Compass Rose asked, what do I know about a logging Mikado? I don't. I don't know if it's better geared or anything like that. So, that's okay. I guess as we play more, we'll learn the capabilities of our trains. You keep going. Come on. There's more than enough room there. Oh, come on. Yep. Okay, manual mode. Brakes off, forwards, go. I'm pretty sure that did it. Nope, not yard. Road, reverse, 20. That's stopped. Where's number 3? Oh, number 3's at Bryson already. Okay, what we got in the back? We've got one return. That's Appalachian Hardwoods. That's Ela. Farm Supply. Oh. Kind of want to sort all of this out. So there's going to be a little bit of shuffling around here. Yeah. best way? I'm going to pull off. Okay, I'm going to pull off farm supply. I'm going to park that. I'm then going to put the other car behind it. I want the farm supply car. I actually want at the back of the train when we leave, so it'll be the first car on the train when we return. Passenger train. I could clear the passenger train now. I'm not going to bother. What's number 10 doing? It's approaching the interchange. So now we've got everything in the interchange. I could rest for an hour and prompt the delivery of the work train, plus the pickup of this stuff. Not too badly fussed about that right this minute. We do need to get all of these. Okay, manual, brakes off, reverse, go. And that's because I got the switch set, so it's not going to clear. And probably should use some air. So I'm going to keep the air brakes on. And we got paid $2,000. Yay. Break that. I think we can just park this in the loop. It will be good enough. So there's number 10 not doing anything, number 2's not doing anything. We have some work to do with number 3, get some deliveries done. So engines off. I'll let you clear close to the front of this. Done. Neutral. Let's do number 2. Let's put number 2 in neutral too. Number 3. Okay, let's do some work. Apply the handbrake. This is number 3. Oh, manual. I need to drive this. Yay, I get to drive a train. Woohoo. Okay, so I'm going to park this on the back loop. Okay, you're good. Actually, I wanted that to go a little bit further. I'm not going to worry too much about it now. We'll see why in a second. And stop. Okay. Yard reverse 10, go. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing here. Trust me. Forwards 10. Matter of interest, how much is a little mogul? Little moguls are just over 5,000. The 10 American is 7. We'll go with American if I can find one. Okay, I need the car from there, one car from there, and one from Appalachian Hardwoods. Switch that. You're good. Back it up 5. Ah, I know how to do this. So when we get back, we'll hitch onto this end of the Ela Farm supply. We'll pull the car out of there, put the one that needs to remain in there, and then we'll switch across over here. We'll pull both of those out, put the Bryson team trap one there, and then everything will be on the right side of the train. Lace those brakes up. Couple that, and you can just go. Oh, no you can't. Oh, no you can't. Okay. Switch that there. Do I want to run a passenger service now? Yeah. If we do it now, then it should be down to Whittier and back by the time we get a delivery in 45 minutes. So that's all good. And I really don't have to do all of this running around, but I did, so it's a thing. There we go. Why am I doing it that way? Whatever. Road. Forwards. 30. Go. Okay. Now back to number 3. Are you clearing that loop? Yes, you are. Apply the brakes and... completely the wrong angle here. Okay, SCR3, that would be me. Go. How's fuel supply? 4 tons of coal, 2,000 of water. Probably use some more water sometime. But that's fine. That one, reverse go, and that one. So there's no run around at Appalachian Hardwoods, so we'll do that on this loop here. Just big enough for what I need. Close the throttle before you apply the brakes. Make sure you've gone past where you want to go past before you stop. Okay, you're good. AI yard, forwards, 5 go. Okay. And we're coming through here. Okay, through there and into there. Oh, this is still set this way. That's bad. And we have to pick up from there. Typical. That'll be fine. I guess that'll be fine. Okay, we don't have to run. Release the handbrake. This is dimensional. Yeah, this is a full car. I should probably go with with the brakes. Okay. Now down at Operation Hardwoods I did not check the switches when we got. I should do that. Fast way to get there is Appalachian Hardwoods R1. Beam into the location and you need to be switched. You are already switched. We're clear to the delivery point. I'll bring that back. Oh, no, we're good. Trying to think the best way to do all the things, but I think I know how we're doing all the things. And maximum speed 20 miles an hour because we had an end of block warning. How's that doing? That's got 2,000 gallons, that's got 8,000 gallons. So probably tomorrow we're going to have to bring one of those back. Of course it's the one furthest away from us. Oh, actually, yeah. 7:48. We've got 40 minutes now. "40 minutes before the works train gets delivered." Actually. I'm going to pull that one out first and then we'll put that one in. Doesn't really matter which way I do it, it's just that doing it this way means we don't get paid when we're hauling it out the siding. Oh. Ugh. Oh. Just occurred to me. No? Okay. I couldn't remember whether we'd gone through the Whittier goods loop or the main alternate main. Okay, back up 10. But passenger train will be on the main line through Whittier. Clear for 2, that's good. turn the brake off and back up 5-ish. So I wonder how we're doing here. That's still got over half. That has nothing in it. That's only half full. Wow. Suffering a little bit of wear and tear. Passenger trains left. Drop this here. Head back to Bryson, Maine. I did not fill up with water. Yeah, we've got enough to make it home. Stop when you feel like it. That's good. Oh, actually, that's fine. Okay, Bryson. Bryson Depot. Let's go have a look around here. Oh, both of those cars are ready. Oh, that's awesome. That's so much awesomeness. Both of those cars are ready to go. Even more awesomeness. Okay. Okay, this has worked out real nice. So I want that turned that way. And this train should run straight in now. That is so convenient. So I was looking at, I'm going to have to shuffle these around. And then I'm going to have to shuffle those around just to get out the cars that are returning to East Whittier. But everything's going back. How's the lumber and coal? You got a ton of lumber. You've got a ton of coal. Actually, kind of did this wrong, but okay. I'm going to switch that. 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 And I'm going to stop us there. Alrighty, we are coming back on number 3. Oh, number 3. Let's seal off the Appalachian Hardwoods spur. I'm going to say, ignore speed restrictions, let's just go. So we are coming up real time, almost 10 o'clock. So I think I'm going to finish all the jobs here. I'm going to wait until we get our delivery. Still 34 minutes away. And then passenger train should be at the other end. We'll hitch up onto the Bryson Bridge Works train and we will start the next episode there. So this is basically day 7 morning time, day 6 morning time. Why didn't I change the day? Oh, it's day 7. Pretty sure it's day 7. I have adjusted it. Oh, come on. Stop doing that. There we go. Hopefully that didn't mess up the stream picture any. So this is only 88 tons. My goodness. Well, I guess it's empty. This locomotive not very heavy. This car empty, so not very heavy either. Okay, let's get all this done. Yard, Ford's 20, go. So I think, perfectly honest, I'm going to close all these switches off again. You're good, you're the one with the brake, and gonna drive a train. Yay me. Go drive. Again, not very heavy, 3 empty cars. I think they're empty. Sure look empty. Okay. So where are we going next? We're going to come in. We're going to come in here. And we are not going to stop there. We're going to go straight into the freight yard, or the freight house. And yeah, trains arrived at Ela. Yay. All set for the yard. Okay, we can close that off. We'll jump off the train here. Signal's clear. Let's go back. Manual road. Forward 25. Well, we got paid 55 bucks. Okay, what's the next train back? I think the passenger train will be the next train back. Maybe. I'm going to switch it to passenger just in case. And I guess we can ride you into... If I end up getting the freight train running first, then I'll switch it back. Because the works train I'm gonna want to pull into the yard, so that I can do an easy run around. The problem is if I bring it in on this line, it's a long trip to run around. Same on the main station line. There's no easy run around. This offers the most efficient, so we'll stage the works train here. It can already see that car, and it's in road mode, so it will now brake. Get us about 5 car lengths short. You hear me? Get us 5 car lengths short. go. Yard mode, forwards 5, go. I'm guessing I've got room for 10. Go on, you can do it. Yes. Okay, connect that up. Undo the brake wheel. Now on this, the brake wheel turns. On the wood chip cars, they didn't. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this close to the entrance here, and 8 cars might be too far. Yeah, 8 cars is too far. And come back 20. 20 is also probably too far. Maybe, maybe not. So works train I'm going to put on yard line 2. I generally like keeping these back lines empty because they're the only ones that give me access to the freight house, and 2, I need to be able to run round sometimes. You didn't go back nearly quite far enough. Take in another one. Oh. Oh, I like that, is it? I did tell it just to go 1, so that's good. Forward 20, if we switch that, that'll put us all on the right track. Okay, trains departed Ela on the way to Bryce. No, Whittier. You're good. How's the oil? Good enough. And break off, go 10. And 30 minutes to spare. So I think I'll get this set up in one of the yard points. Actually, I'm gonna drive. Okay, let's hang around here, switch both of these out when we're gone. It's possible there might be some more Appalachian hardwood cars to go. Actually, some of these are not on my switch list. Go and correct that. That one. That's a delivery. Not fussed about that. Close off the throttle. Okay, that's where we're going to put the other train, and this is where we're going to put this one. Alrighty, everything else we're going to switch that over. I think that's cleaned up the yard except for that switch there, which is where we're going to put the works train. And this one I'm going to park here because it's convenient for the exit, and we're not going anywhere yet. Okay, reverse it to neutral, and you are looking fine. Close that switch off. I'm going to apply the handbrake on that one. So 3's not going anywhere. 2 is doing the passenger thing. Oh, we're at Whittier already. How about that? And how's the yard switches at the end here? All set through except that one there. Okay. So we'll wait till we get paid. We will rest an hour and see what happens at the exchange. So returning these doesn't get us a bonus. So long as we do it sometime, that's fine. Alrighty. How's your fuel supply? 4.8 tons of coal, 3,000 gallons of water. You are doing good. As a matter of interest, oops. Conley Creek L1, we should have a full load of wood. Yep. Whittier Sawmill R1. We are not quite empty on the last car. 1.8 tons of logs, or 1.8 logs. How is Sawmill supplies? We now have almost 25 logs. We need 15 or 45. Not going to worry about it. We are not going to worry about it. And you are stopped at Bryson, so everybody off last stop, please. There's more in the tail car. How many passengers do we have here as a matter of interest? 93, that's less than all the things. We have 2, 4, 6, 7 there, and the repair track still has to go home. And it's a fast way to East Whittier interchange. Okay. I think on the whole everything is looking good. 1 passenger, 0 passengers, 3, 2, 1. 0 passengers. Get paid. Not bad. Okay, settings, wait 1 hour. That now should kick this off because she's been sitting there for an hour. She's only supposed to wait for 8 minutes. Meanwhile, over here, Oh man, you've got to be joking. Bryson Bridge, Bryson Bridge, Bryson Freight House, because we just picked some stuff up for there. Bryson Bridge, Bryson Bridge, Bryson Bridge, 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 Bridge. Appalachian hardwoods. More lumber needed. Darn. Okay, we have some sorting out to do here. However, apart from the 2 cars going to the sawmill, which I'll stick over here. Actually, I might stick in there. Everything else is going to Bryson. So I think what it might be prudent to do is we'll keep the freight train over there. Train stop for Fusey, that one. That is the one I want. Ooh, 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 handbrake on. Inspect. Passengers, let's get it all set up, copied, and go. So yeah, I've really got the option of sorting out the train at this end or sorting out the train at the other. It might be that we end up with the train sorted out anyway, so not an issue. Turn off the train brake. I do want to get this thing turned around. Though that said, here's another thought. Rather than setting off the passenger train, okay. Let's set that straight. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of a switch around with the locomotives for a minute. I'm going to park this on the log train because we're going to have to move that log train up, bring the other one back down again to keep supply at the sawmill. And this is the only locomotive I've really got spare. We'll use number 10 to move the works train down to Brighton along with all the other Bryson cars. And then we'll use the train that's currently locked at Bryson and do all of the sorting there. We've got 2 cars to drop, I think. The works train can then proceed to drop off all that stuff. This train will come back from fetching logs. We can do the supply of the sawmill. Then hitch it back up to the passenger train and go back to running passengers. We don't have a lot of passengers waiting at the moment, so it's not a big deal. That is done. Yep. Probably don't have to run that at full steam. I think everything's looking good here. We'll switch that, we'll switch that, and I'll switch that so she doesn't go too far. Not that she'll go anywhere because I'm controlling it at the moment. Oh, no, that's actually come off the loop, the Y, so okay, that's good. So, setting up for the next stream, which won't be until at least next week. It's only 9 o'clock, but we are working hard. Yard forward 20 go. So yeah, I can only see we've got the log train to do, we've got the freight to bring home. We got the works train to do, so we'll do that next session. But for right now, I'm gonna get this all hooked up, and then I'm gonna get some sleep. What is the time? 10 after 10. Nice. You gonna make it? Yeah, sure looks like it. Page that. Oh, we actually got 2. It's locked. Okay, well, with that done, let's turn that off. I am going to wish you all a good night, and thank you for watching. Likes and subscribes are appreciated, but for now, I'm out of here. Have fun, everyone. Bye.